So I recently concluded a 1-month stay in Siargao with family, and I learned a few lessons about investing while trying to surf for the first time. So in this video, I'll just share with you those insights, and hopefully it might give you some perspective on investing. And at the same time, if you're thinking about exploring the Philippines and making Siargao one of the places that you visit, then it's also an encouragement because it's a nice place. It's a good place to be in. So in trying to surf, kasi sanay ako sa yung routine ba na trabaho, tapos unwind, matulog, ganun lang, simple lang na routine, ulit-ulit every day. Being a husband, father. So parang nasanay na ako sa aking routine na parang kala ko na yun na yung energy levels ko throughout the day. Parang ito na talaga yung nakasanayan ko. Just work online and then, the usual flow of things. Tapos, kala ko na parang, sige, 1 hour lang yung kaya ko to surf. Kasi parang masyado siyang malaki na effort ba na kung if you're gonna try surfing for the first time, you need to contact an instructor, you need to book a time, tapos punta ka pa dun sa spot, tapos lalabas ka doon. Parang it was so exhausting for me to think about it initially. Pero through another, like in my second session, doon ko pa naintindihan bakit people love doing it, people enjoy doing it, and it's thanks to the encouragement of my brother too. But that's the first idea. In surfing, you need to stay in the session long enough until you find your second wind. And this usually happens like in your second hour. Kasi sa first hour, parang you're still using your mind, you're still kind of stressed about the situation. So parang first 30 minutes, pupunta ka pa dun sa spot. Tapos, so you have like around 30 minutes to surf. And then, but all this time, you're still kind of thinking. Around the second hour is where your brain starts to shut off and you're just kind of flowing into it. You're not using so many decisions and parang you just kind of flow with it. And then this is where you experience your second wind of stamina. And so one of the ideas there is you never really get to your second wind if you don't fight through that feeling of parang ako dun sa tubig, parang nagutom ako, na napagod, na hindi ko mag-gets ka yung feeling, parang at some point, parang isip ko, kapuya na Pero I fought through those feelings, and then doon ko na-experience the second one, and it resulted to the best ride of my life so far. And so that's the idea too. In investing, you need to stay in the game long enough, because if you let your emotions get the best of you, na kita mo na medyo nagbaba na yung value ng account mo, tapos magpanic ka agad and you pull your money out while you're losing, it's an emotional decision that you won't really find that sweet spot that you're aiming for in investing. And that leads me to the second idea, which is you need to go out there and get it. Sa surfing, I mean, when you're in your normal routine, you're just staying in the house and you go to your work or whatever, you buy groceries and, the normal flow of life. If you're not going to break away from that cycle, you're never going to experience anything new. And kasi sa surfing kasi, you have to go to wherever the surf spot is, and you have to make so many arrangements. So, before you actually are able to do the thing and to get that experience. So I guess that's the appeal, right? But it's also the same is also true with investing, because it's so out of your way financially. You have to kind of go out there and get it initially, and eventually you get used to it. But kung magsisimula ka pa, parang it's so out of your way, and you have to think about it this way, na it's not, somebody might invite you, somebody might say, hey, try investing in this platform, pero it's not gonna automatically happen. It's not gonna magically happen for you. You have to go out you have to go out of your way to make or to open that investment account and to put in the money outside of your usual flow. And then of course, as you do it, you have to have that clarity of purpose as well. Para saan ba itong ginagawa ko na investing? Na ba parang pag matagal na natin ginagawa yung thing, medyo ma-lost na tayo kung para saan ba ito. So, you will easily fizzle out and not achieve the goals that you set out for. So, the purpose of why you're investing has to be clear. So, let me give you some quick examples. Number one is comfort and peace of mind. So, Most people kasi when they invest, or most people, ang situation ngayon is we live from paycheck to paycheck, meaning we're one medium-sized emergency away from being in debt or being bankrupt, no? So that's not a good place to be, and I understand the feeling. So we that's why investing can be a way to build that comfort and that peace of mind, na knowing na if there are any emergencies that are worth like 100, 150K, ganyan, kaya mo lang siya ma-overcome and ma-withstand. So that's kind of like the beginning side of investing. So that's kind of like one of the initial purposes of investing. And then eventually you start to think, okay, what do I want to build? Do I want to build a certain business? Do I want to buy real estate? Do I want to finally build my financial freedom? Which is kind of like the ultimate purpose of investing, wherein, man, like you're not gonna worry about the bills and any of your basic needs anymore, because your investment growth is taking care of those for you every single year. And that's another topic for another video, but financial freedom, that's one of the key things that you need to think about. What's the purpose? Why am I doing this? Why am I investing? Couple of other thoughts would be education or your retirement. No, these are things that we know will come in life, especially, of course, if you're a parent, then you know that you need to educate your children. If you are a single person, then even if you don't have a child to put through school, pero alam mo na your retirement will come eventually. Like yung physical body kasi natin, it's not always going to be as strong as it is now, pero our mind and our spirit can still be strong, but the reality is our body weakens eventually through time, and the things that we used to do we cannot do anymore. So we use the money that we saved up before to kind of supplement the gaps. Okay, couple more points. Idea number 4 is, in surfing and in investing, you have to use your head, or more specifically, you have to learn how to control your head. What do I mean? Sa surfing kasi, pag yung ulo mo, pagbangon mo sa board, ganyan, kung hindi ang ulo ang pinakamataas na part ng body, ang tendency is, you cannot stand up and you will fall over. Why? Because the head is the heaviest part of the body. So, kung hindi mo siya makontrol properly, meaning, yung puwet mo, mas mataas sa ulo mo, pag push up mo, ganyan. So, ang tendency is, dediretso ka sa tubig and you're not gonna be able to ride the wave. However, if you rise up and your head is the highest part of the body, then you can successfully ride that wave. Or at least, you know, and you will observe this, na dapat mas mataas yung head mo kaysa sa hips mo as you're popping up. This is one lesson that I learned in my second session of surfing, and it really helped me to enjoy that time. So, connecting it to investing, syempre, you have to use your head. Okay? Don't allow your emotions to make the decisions for you. Kasi you can be overly emotional, you can be joyful and kind of overcommit, no? Parang masyado kang na-excite, or masyado kang nag-worry and nag-panic na parang bakit nagbaba ng 25% yung account value ko in this specific fund. No, if you are not ready for that kind of risk and reward na roller coaster or emotional roller coaster, then do not invest just yet. You need to learn how to use your faculty of wisdom and judgment. Kasi yun nga, maraming emotions, diba, sa inside out. Wow, si joy, si sadness, si anger, si fear, tapos si envy, and so on and so forth, yung mga bago ngayon na emotions. Pero hindi nila na-mention si wisdom. Dapat si wisdom andoon sa taas, helping you make those good life decisions. So sometimes it's gonna suck. Sometimes you can't ride as well as you want to. I mean, it's the same with investing. Sometimes some funds will suck. They will not perform the way you want them to perform at a specific time. Pero you have to use your head. You have to keep your head above all else, above all your other emotions, and behave counterintuitively. If you're gonna withdraw, mag-withdraw ka dun sa winning mo na funds. If you're gonna invest more, then look at which funds are losing and put more money in there, because that usually kind of just means, and if you know that this company has like a solid base or a solid business model. If their value is currently down, this actually means that they're at a discount and you can buy stocks from them or shares from them at a discount. There's more technicality to it, pero that's the high level idea is just use your head. Don't let your emotions make the decisions for you. So hindi siya, don't take this as like in disclaimer lang guys, this is not like investment advice for you specifically. These are just general principles that I am saying what I learned for myself, and make of it what you will. Try to see the principles, but it does not substitute for the actual guidance of a professional who's really looking at your situation and your case. And finally, another thing that I realized from surfing and investing is it comes in waves. So surfing, you have to wait for the wave before you can ride it. It's the same with investing. Every year is a wave. Every month is a wave. And you think about it na sa surfing kasi diba, andyan lang naman yung dagat. I mean, it's just there. It's always gonna keep throwing waves to the land. Nothing's gonna change. Pero there's this one person who just thought, hey, look at those waves. Maybe if I put like a plank and I can ride that energy and enjoy myself. And that's the idea of investing as well. It's like this year's financial wave is gonna come no matter what. What are you gonna do? Are you just gonna sit there and just look at it, or are you gonna ride the wave? Are you gonna get your board and ride the wave? And that's the idea. Are you going to invest? Are you gonna put down money in the financial market so that you can ride that wave? It's gonna go down, it's gonna go up, it's gonna go down, it's gonna go up. But ultimately, the purpose is, especially if it's a professionally managed fund, the objective is it's always to go up. It's always to appreciate the capital. It's always to grow. And that's the mandate of any company, of any profit-first company. And these are the companies that are in the market anyway. Of course, iba din yung mga NGO and iba din yung kanilang yung mga non-profit organizations. That's another thing. But like those are the companies that are in the stock market. All of these are profit-oriented companies. And so that's the idea. You just wanna go there and get it. Like put yourself in that situation, put your money in that situation wherein it can grow and it can earn, and that's what investing is. So I hope you got a couple of ideas there from my own experience of like surfing, and then like reflecting as a financial advisor, as a wealth specialist, just thinking, how does this connect to investing? How does this experience connect to investing and then growing my personal finances? And I thought I'd share that with you today. So in conclusion, investing and growing your finances, ultimately it's about financial freedom, right? It's about being able to work on the projects that you want to work on, to live the kind of life that you want to live without the constraints of thinking about, are my bills taken care of next week? What about my mortgage next month? Can I pay for this and that? Can I pay for my kids' education, this and that? Once you're able to build a pool of money that appreciates every year, you will be financially free. And that might be difficult to believe right now for you, but I think that's the first step. You need to accept that you can do it. You need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in other people's capabilities as well. Maybe they need some inspiration from you that can help them to believe in themselves as well, that they can build towards financial freedom. They can go beyond the usual 9 to 5. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but at the same time, if you know that, if you feel in your heart that there's something more to this, like I want to build something that is a little bit bigger than what I have right now, if you have that desire in your heart, then you can definitely work on it. You can do it. So yun, ang sa finances, financial freedom, sa surf naman, yung tinatawag nila na stoke, or like getting that feeling that is just so unexplainable. You can only get it when you're surfing. I think stoke, in a way, is like freedom of the soul. It's kind of a metaphorical, but I am a total surfing newbie. I have not surfed so much. I am just some guy who enjoyed surfing and got some lessons about investing from it. So if you like these ideas, you like these insights, and are curious about like, hey, I want to start investing, no? Andiyan ka na point. Then check out this next video I made about why I think UITFs are the best investment openers, no, for beginners and intermediates.